Era's boots sank into the mud beside the print. Too wide for a Kren beast, too straight-heeled for any clawed crawler. Biped, heavy. She knelt closer. The edges held fresh water. No rain in days. This intruder crossed the taboo line hours ago. Her ranger rifle hummed at her side. Settlement protocol demanded report first, but tracks this clear pulled her forward. Era followed. Ferns snapped under her steps. The forest thickened here, vines thick as her arm draping the taboo markers. She ignored the carved warnings, stone faces etched with snarls, males banished since the Great Split. The trail veered left, crushed moss, bent saplings, whatever made this wade twice a scout's pack. She crested a ridge, smoke curled ahead, thin and controlled. Not a wildfire, Era dropped prone. Her scope clicked into place. There, 60 paces out, a figure crouched by a cleared patch. Bipedal, upright. No fur, no scales. Smooth skin, pale under dirt streaks. Broad shoulders strained a torn jumpsuit. Male contours unmistakable. Wide jaw, thick neck, chest slabbed like forged armor. Impossible. Legends whispered of males as ghosts. Extinct shadows, not this. He arranged dry twigs into a pyramid, struck a tool. Flint, sparks flew, flame caught. He fed it precise sticks, no waste. Era's breath steadied. Fire from nothing, controlled. No chempacks, no glow rods. He pulled a metal cup from his belt, dipped it into a stream, set it over the flames. Steam rose soon after, boiling, purifying. Her scope tracked his hands, collused, steady. No tremble. What species boils water by hand? Kren pack filters. Vines yield clean sap. This one improvised. He stirred the cup with a stick, tasted it, nodded. Era's finger hovered on the trigger, warning dart. Non-lethal, mark the threat. She fired. The dart hissed, thwacked into his upper arm. He flinched, grabbed it, yanked free in one pull. Blood welled. Dark red, thick, no stagger, no cry. He tossed the dart aside, prodded the wound, pressed cloth to staunch it, then resumed stirring. Era froze. Dart held paralytic for Kren twice his mass. He shrugged it off. Her radio crackled. She thumbed it live. Ranger Era Ven. Contact in Taboo Sector 3. Visual on intruder. Bipedal, upright, tool user. Confirmed living adult male. Static burst back. Male? Repeat that, Ven. Adult male, building fire, boiling water, ignored warning dart. Advise. Voices overlapped. Males don't exist. Taboo breach, quarantine. Captain Rel scramble team. Era kept scope on him. He bandaged his arm with suit strips, efficient knots. Drank from the cup. Packed dirt over the fire, extinguished in seconds. He stood, taller than her by a head. Scanned the trees, eyes sharp, locking her ridge. Did he see her? He slung a pack, marched deeper into the forest. Tracks fresh again. Era rose, rifle ready. Goal, contain, but paralytic failed. Nets? Too risky in vines. She trailed at 50 paces. He moved like he knew pursuit. Zigzags, low branches checked. Her radio spat. Ven, hold position. Medic Tal inbound. No engagement. Copy. He's mobile. Skilled. Ahead, he paused at a fallen log. Wedged his tool. A multi-knife? Into bark. Pried loose grubs. Ate them raw. Washed in a puddle. Protein. Survival ration. No revulsion. Ira's stomach twisted. Taboo or not, this male adapted faster than any scout. He climbed now. Scaled a sheer rock face. Fingers gripped cracks her claws would slip. Pulled his bulk up smooth. Atop, he signaled. Smoke puffs? No. Waved branches. Checked bearings. Her scope caught a wrist device. Glowed faint. Compass? Map? Captain Rel, she whispered into radio. Target climbs like a vine cat. Uses tech. Not feral. Neutralize if advances on settlement, Rel barked. Tal's orders. Observe biology first. Era paralleled his path. He dropped into a ravine. She flanked right. There. Clearing. He knelt by crystal fruit bushes. Taboo harvest. Berries poisoned raw to her kind. He crushed them. Smeared juice on a leaf. Sniffed. Tasted speck. Waited. No foam, no seizure. 8 handfuls. Era's jaw tightened. Detox by trial? Mad. Effective. Radio buzzed. Ven. Status. Adapting to poison plants. 8 paralytic dart wound deep. Fire, climb, forage expert. Silence. Then Maris Tal. Describe genitals. Confirm male. Ira flushed under scales. Scope lowered. Jumpsuit tight. Bulge clear. Confirmed. Prominent. Gasps echoed. Stars above. Living breeder. He moved again, toward the river fork. Settlement edge. Loomed 2 clicks off. Ira closed gap. Rifle dart chambered fresh. Double dose. He stopped. Turned. Stared straight at her. "Show yourself," he called. Voice deep. Gravel edge. Common tongue? No, garbled. But tones matched patrol drills. Language barrier. He gestured peace. Hands open. Era stepped out. Rifle leveled. Halt. Identify. He froze. Eyes widened at her rifle, then her face. 4 eyes. Scale fringe crest. He raised hands slow. Call Mercer. Survey tech. Ship down. Pointed sky. Crashed hull. No wreckage logged. Era circled. Male. Forbidden. Settlement quarantine. He tilted head. Mimicked. Forbidden. She tapped radio. Contact verbal. Call self-Cal Mercer. Claim survey. Tall cut in. Stall him. I'm en route. Sample needed. Call. Knelt. Slow. Pulled a pouch. Offered berries. Trade. Era snatched it. Rifle steady. Why here? Stranded. He pointed boot. Human print. Tracks mine. Sorry. Apology? From intruder. She scanned pouch. Crystal fruit. Neutralized. Gift. River rushed nearby. He eyed it. Thirst? No. He scooped mud. Packed his bandage tighter. Era lowered rifle a fraction. Competence stacked. Fire, climb, poison test. Barter. Follow, she said. Gestured settlement word. He nodded. Hands visible. Radio exploded. Ven. Escort under no circumstance. Too late. He fell in step, matching her pace. A male walked beside her, breathing, real, and the settlement waited, myths shattering. Maris Tall burst through the underbrush, medkit slamming against her thigh. Rifle chatter crackled in her earpiece. Ven, report position. Visual on target. Trail 3, open stretch. He's compliant. No aggression. Maris crested the rise. There, Era Ven, spear leveled at a broad-shouldered figure in unfamiliar coveralls. The intruder, male, unmistakably, strode beside her at precise pace match. No restraints, no panic. Just walking. Drop the net, Maris hissed into radio. Secure him now. Era glanced back, nodded. In one fluid motion, she triggered the stun net from her belt. Weighted filaments whipped out, tangling the male's legs mid-stride. He stumbled, crashed to knees. Net hummed, charge building. Maris skidded to halt 20 paces off. Watched. He didn't thrash. Didn't scream. Right hand dipped to boot. Flicked out a blade. Short, serrated, glinting. Sliced the primary weave in 2 seconds flat. Second cut severed anchors. Stood smooth, net shreds falling away. Raised empty hands high, palms out. Universal peace. Era's crest flared. Spear tip trembled an inch from his chest. Neutralized attempt, Era reported. Voice tight. Maris circled wide, scanner live. 4 eyes locked on him. 2 primary scanning her kit. 2 secondary tracing Era's stance. Skin smooth, no scales. Bipedal frame dense, efficient. No threat posture. He pointed back down trail, gestured at a mangled device half buried in ferns. Twisted metal, sparking faintly. Wrecked beacon. Distress signal confirmed. Stranded, he said. Voice gravel deep, accent mangling syllables but intent clear. Cal Mercer. Help? Maris's secondary eyes narrowed. Vocal mimicry already adapting. She stepped closer. Maris Tall. Medic. You injured? He shook head, pointed spear. You? Mimicked concern tilt. Era snorted. Forward march. She jabbed spear point toward open trail ahead. No cover. Full exposure to settlement watchposts. Forced him onward. Maris fell in behind. Goal. Biological sample. Non-invasive first saliva swab, skin scrape. Conflict. Quarantine protocol screamed. Eliminate male anomaly. But data trumped dogma. Curiosity burned hotter than taboo. They hit the straightaway. Knee-high thorns lined edges, barbs glistening toxin. Ira swept spear ahead, clearing path. One barb snagged her glove, ripped clean through palm scales. Blood welled fast, green, viscous. Era hissed. Clutched hand, kept stride. He stopped, turned. Eyes on the drip-hitting dirt. No, Era snapped. Spear up, he ignored. Tore strip from his coverall hem, clean white fabric. Knelt fast despite spear. Took her wounded hand in his. Gentle pressure, no grab. Wrapped cloth tight around gash, cinched with thumb knot. Elevation next. Lifted her arm shoulder high. Era froze. 4 eyes wide, his skin warm against hers. No scales, no crest. Just Dodd, flesh. Competent flesh. Blood slowed. Sealed. Maris's scanner beeped. Heart rate stable. His. Barely elevated. Adrenaline response muted. First aid execution flawless. Tourniquet improvised. Pressure precise. Human norm or prodigy. He released. Stepped back. Hands up again. Pointed bandage. Better. Era flexed fingers. Stared at Knot. Why? Help, he said. Simple. Pointed her spear. Shrugged. Fair. Radio barked. Tal. Containment breach. He's touched her. Maris keyed mic. Negative. He's aiding. Observe. She pushed forward. Cal Mercer, survey tech. Explain crash. He matched pace. Gestured skyward. Ship malfunction. Beacon fail. Walked here. Boot print matched tracks logged earlier. Deep, even, endurance stride. Era walked stiff-legged, bandaged hands swinging loose. Spear lowered a fraction. Maris probed. Species? Origin? Human. Sol system. He tapped chest. Smiled. Teeth flat. No fangs. Disarming. Settlement spires loomed ahead. Watchtowers swiveled. Alarms wailed faint. Panic ripple hit. Drones buzzed overhead. Mail confirmed. Quarantine all. Maris raised scanner. Hold fire. He's contained. I need vitals. He tilted head at drone. No flinch. Offered arm. Scan. Trust. Or trap. She pressed pad to wrist. Pulse strong. Rhythm alien. Binary cycle. Blood oxygen maxed. Toxin resistance off charts from earlier berry test. Era muttered. He's fixed my hand. Like it's nothing. Not nothing, Maris said. Data streamed. Extraordinary. Human clotting factors implied. Self-taught field medicine? No cyberware detected. Pure physiology. Trail ended at gates. Captain Savarell's squad waited. Rifles hot. Barricades up. Females only. No males permitted. Ever. Myths said they brought blight. Madness. Reality bled green on cloth. Neutralize! Sava bellowed. Stand down, Maris countered. He's cooperative. Stranded asset. He raised hands higher, back to wall, eyes calm on rifles. Era stepped between, spear across chest. My escort, my call. Sava's crest spiked. Then, you're compromised. Touched. Bandaged, Era shot back. Held up hand. Saved. Maris forwarded scan data. Viable. No contagion. Biology novel. Study first. Drones hummed closer. He glanced up. Pulled small pouch from belt. Offered berries. Same crystal fruit. Trade. Peace. Sava snatched. Scanned. Neutral. At 1. Crest relaxed micro-inch. Gates creaked. Leora Quinn's voice boomed from speakers. Escort in. Quarantine wing. No kills till council. They marched him through. Settlement females gawked from windows. Four-eyed stares, crests flickering shock. Whispers. Male. Real. Walking. Maris stuck close. Scanner hummed on his back. Muscle density triple baseline. Endurance markers screamed. Apex survivor, yet humble. Eyes down, hands visible. Quarantine bay sealed behind. Sterile lights hummed. Era posted guard. Spear down. Sample now, Maris said. Swab ready. He sat on bench, rolled sleeve. Go. Cotton tip to cheek. He held still. Saliva yield high. Enzymes unknown. Blood prick next. Voluntary. Why trust? She asked. He shrugged. You scanned. I fixed. Fair trade. Ira watched door. Flexed bandaged hand. He cut net. Fixed this. Walked open trail. No run. Maris pipetted sample. Centrifuge word. Competence beats myth. Results flashed. DNA helix variant. Compatible proteins. No blight. Alarm outside. Shouts. He's inside. Sava stormed viewport. Tal, explain. Maris held vial aloft. Opportunity. He's teaching us survival. We're teaching biology. He leaned forward, pointed vial. Find ship. Help home? First, Maris said. Map you. Curiosity 1. Taboo cracked. Ira's crest brushed his shoulder accidental. No recoil. No. Warmth lingered. Sava growled. One breach. Data or dart? Maris met her eyes. Data. Flat teeth. Real. Outside, council drones multiplied. Settlement teetered. One male. One chance. Maris injected stabilizer. Mild sedative test. He blinked slow. No fight. Era touched bandage. Thanks, Cal. Welcome, he murmured. Eyes on her. Steady. Lights dimmed. Analysis began. Trust. Seated in green blood on cloth. Romance. Too soon. But spark. Human spark. Lit the dark. Captain Sava keyed door override. Rifle raised. Time Sava kicked the door override panel. Metal buckled. Her rifle snapped up. Sights locked on the human's chest. Time's up, Tal. Back away. Now. Maris froze mid-pipette, vial glinting under the exam lights. Era spun from the viewport, crest flaring. The human slumped on the bench, eyes heavy-lidded from the stabilizer. He blinked once, tracked her barrel without flinching. Captain? Maris said, voice level. She raised the centrifuge readout. Look, DNA variant. Dable helix. Proteins match ours. No blight markers. Sava advanced 2 steps. Boot heels clicked sterile tile. Shouts echoed from the corridor. Settlement drones swarmed the outer halls. He's inside. Breach protocol. Her grip tightened. One shot. Clean. Neutralization. End the panic. Era stepped forward, palms out. Bandage gleamed on her hand. Fresh weave, no bleed. He fixed this, Sava. Cut the razor net with his tool. Walked the open trail. No ambush. The human shifted. Sleeve rolled down over the swab mark. He met Sava's eyes. Flat face. No crest. No fangs. Help. Home? Words thick, accented. Sedative slurred them. Sava's rifle dipped a fraction. It speaks? Understands basics, Era said. Gestures first. I taught trail signs. Maris slotted the vial into analyzer. Screen beeped. Compatibility spike. He's teaching survival. We map him. Data before dart. Corridor roar swelled. Drones pinged alarm circle. Full perimeter. Settlement square jammed. 200 sisters armed with stunners and spears. Taboo incarnate. A male. Forbidden by canon law. Myth said they poisoned nests, shattered eggs. Sava keyed her comm. Rel here. Intruder contained. Med bay. Static crackled back. Neutralize. He's myth-wrought. Maris blocked the shot line. Body squared. Opportunity. Watch. She tapped the screen. Human enzymes. Repair factors off charts. He mended Era's flexor in minutes. Our gels take days. Era nodded. Flexed fingers. Seamless motion. Competence, Captain. Not curse. The human leaned forward. Pointed at the vial. Steady hand despite drugs. Fair. Trade. Sava lowered the rifle a notch. Crowd noise hammered the viewport. Fists on plasteel. One breach could spark riot. Hide him, fuel conspiracies. Square, now. Public proof, or purge. Era grabbed his arm. Gentle pull. He rose, swayed, but stood tall. Maris pocketed samples. Trio marched out. Sava, rifle ready behind. Corridor blurred past. Drones parted. Sisters gaped. Crests rigid. Male. Cannon violation. Square hit like a wave. 200 women ringed the central pad. Rangers, medics, crafters. Spears leveled. Stunners hummed. Dust swirled under forest wind. Central dirt pit gleamed empty. Ira shoved the human center. Kneel! Sharp command. Trail tongue. He dropped to knees, no hesitation. Hands out, palms up, unslung his pack, tool satchel, scanner wand, multicutter. Laid them in dirt row. No weapon rig. Just tech. Gasps rippled. A spear thrust forward. Young scout. Eyes wild. Poisoner! Ira lunged. Body slammed the shaft aside. Crest brushed his shoulder. She held the line. Wait. Tools first. No fangs hidden. Sava circled wide. Rifle swept the circle. Hold! Proof. Or panic. Her voice boomed. Security override tone. Sisters froze. Barely. The human pointed each tool. Gesture slow. Cutter snipped airnet sever. Scanner beeped mock scan. Safe yield. Satchel unfolded. Repair gels. Star charts printed on flex film. Humble kit. Off-world survey standard. Maris knelt by readout link. Scan confirms. No arms cache. Murmurs shifted. Spears dipped. Curiosity cracked fear. Era signed. Dirt point. Origin? He nodded. Finger traced dirt. Clean lines. Stars bloomed. Precise spiral arm. Nebulae dots. Jump lanes marked. Their system glowed center. His path arced from outer rim. Crash vector through the frontier forest. Sava leaned in. Crest itched. Map flawless. Better than outpost navs. Off-worlder, not myth spawn. A elder crafter pushed forward. Cannon says males warp bloodlines. Look! Era tapped her bandage. He warped nothing. Fixed cannon fast. The human tapped his chest. Cal. Pointed Era. Smile. Flat teeth real. Ira. Help. She flushed under scales. Crest grazed his arm again. No recoil. Warmth sparked. Taboo flicker. Maris cross-checked. DNA helix compatible graft sites. He could mend our wounded permanent. Circle tightened. Not threat now. Wonder. Spears lowered fully. Sava slung rifle. Heart thudded. Evidence stacked. Fixed hand. Clean jeans. Star truth. Neutralize. Waste. One male. Infinite data. Settlement teetered on edge. Panic to pact. Secure him. She ordered. Quarters link. Guard rotation. Eyes locked on Era's touch. Lingering. No solos. Era pulled him up. He gathered tools smooth. Stood shoulder to shoulder. Human height matched theirs. Sturdy frame. No fragile egg build. Council drones hovered. Record feed live. Scandal brewed. Sava keyed private comm. Leora. Asset. Your move. Static hissed. Lyro Quinn's voice purred back. Bringing treaty terms. Make him tradition. Square buzzed. Sisters edged closer. Fingers brushed his tools. Questions flew. Trail signs mixed with awe. Cal knelt again. Drew second map. Settlement perimeter. Marked weak nets. Blind trails. Fixes offered free. Ira translated. Survival gift. Sava watched. Competence radiated. Their rangers tracked shadows. He mapped stars. Balance tilted. Collaboration dawned. One scout offered water bulb. He drank. Nodded thanks. Flat eyes steady on Era. Her crest quivered. Hand ghosted his bandage work. Spark held. Outside forest whispered. First contact shifted. Trust seeded in dirt lines. Romance, scandal fuel. But human spark burned steady. Sava turned. Rifle cooled at her side. Plan changed. Data. 1. Now enforce it. Drones whirred louder. Council. Inbound. 1 male. 200 fates. Game flipped. He pointed stars again. Drew. Jump path home. Sisters leaned in. Fear fled. Curiosity reigned. Sava gripped calm. Hold the square. He's ours now. Mari's Tal jabbed the scanner probe into Cal Mercer's forearm. The device beeped sharp. Red lights flared across her wrist pad. Anomaly cascade. No match. Not Valeri. Not any fringe species in the archive. Cal jerked back. His hand clamped her wrist. Gentle pressure. Firm eyes locked on hers. Wait. Consent first. Maris froze. Heat flushed her crest. No Valari male dared touch a medic mid-scan. Taboo stacked on myth. But this off-worlder, broad-shouldered skin unmarked by spore scars, Held steady, not aggression. Protocol. She yanked free. Probe hovered. You intrude our settlement. We assess threat. Standard. He rubbed the jab site, nodded slow. Fair.
But I check you first.
He patted his belt pouch. Unclipped a compact kit. Silver case snapped open. Sterile gleam. Trade. Your scan. My demo. Council drones buzzed closer. Iraven edged in from the square's fringe. Rifle slung loose. Savarel loomed behind, eyes narrow. Sisters murmured.
He bargains with a medic?
Maris tilted her head. Crest feathers ruffled. Curiosity spiked past fear. Show. Cal pulled a steel probe from his kit. Matched hers near perfect. He flicked a lighter. Blue flame danced. Held the tool over it. 30 seconds. Precise. Then plunged it into a water bulb. Steam hissed. He shook dry. Offered it hilt first. Boil kills surface pathogens. Yours? Her probe sat cold. Relied on sonic cleanse. Effective 98%. His method? Crude. Universal. She took it. Warm metal bit her palm. Tested tip on her own arm. Clean ping on her pad. Effective. She handed back. Your turn. Full scan. He grinned faint. Rolled sleeve higher. Muscles corded under pale skin. No gill slits. No crest base. Go. Maris swept the wand up his arm. Humorous, dense, radius flexible beyond template. Beep. Torso next. Chest broad. 2 lungs. Confirmed. Heartbeat steady. Offset rhythm. She lingered at pelvis. Flags exploded. External genitalia. No cloaca. No ovipositor match. Singular phallus structure. Viable? Her pad overheated. Anatomy. Divergent. Reproductive. Offline with Valari. Cal shifted. No flinch. Species difference. Expected. He tapped his pad, translated via Era's earpiece. Healthy otherwise. Sava growled low. Irrelevant. Neutralize effector. Mary's ignored her. Probed neck. Glands absent. Sweat pores everywhere. Microbes next. Blood sample. He nodded. Extended arm again. 1 vial. Use boiled needle. She complied. Flame danced. Needle plunged clean. Crimson welled. Thick. Iron scent hit her nostrils. Stronger than Valeri Iker. Vial sealed. She slotted into analyzer. Waited. Crowd pressed. Fingers brushed his tools. A scout cooed over his map lines in the dirt. Era translated his fixes. Reinforced nets. Patrol loops. Sisters nodded. Awe rippled. Analyzer chimed. Maris's pad lit crimson. Bacterial colonies unidentified. Replication rate triple Valerie baseline. Airborne vectors probable. Quarantine. Immediate.
Cal straightened. My bugs?
Or yours to me? Both. She keyed containment alert. Barrier drones deployed from the medpost edge. Translucent field snapped up around him. 10-meter radius. He stood calm inside. Tested the shimmer with a finger. Repelled soft. Sava stepped forward. Rifle raised half. Lethal protocol? Maris blocked her. Data first. He's contained. Turned to Cal. Symptoms? None. He knelt. Pulled a second tool. Microscope slide. Smeared his skin sample. Viewed. See? Normal flora for me. Yours might shred it. She synced her pad to his display. Magnified. Rods swarmed. Flagella whipped. No Valeri phage markers. Her gut twisted. Strength rumors faded. This invisible army could wipe the settlement. 200 sisters. Egg clutches vulnerable. Era crouched at the barrier. Call. Explain fix. He traced air patterns. Antibiotics in kit. Broad spectrum. Yours compatible? Offered a pill through the field. Dropped seamless. Maris snatched it. Test it. Viable. But quarantine holds. She popped the barrier port. Entered his zone. Mask sealed. Gloves clicked. Proximity hit. His scent musky. Unfiltered. Crest quivered, involuntary. Up close, his eyes held no myth fear. Practical gaze swept her gear. Your analyzer? Sonic. Fast but misses proteins. She bristled. Valari Biotech led fringe worlds. Proven. He nodded. Parrot. Demonstrated his kit's centrifuge. Spun her vial sample. layered microbes, isolate strains, targeted kill. Her pad synced again, data flowed richer. She watched his hands, steady, calloused, not fragile scout build, engineer's grip. Competence poured off him like heat. Sava paced outside. Maris, threat level, recalibrating. Maris drew her own blood, handed him the boiled needle. Your turn. Check me. He paused. Eyes searched hers. Consent mirrored back. Deal. Needle pricked clean, her ichor pearled violet. He spun it. Frowned. Your immunity low. My bacteria eat this. Confirmed. Her pad screamed match. His flora devoured Velari cell walls. Panic clawed. Taboo male forgotten. This erased settlements. Cal mixed a buffer from his kit. Injected her sample. Colonies stalled. Stabilizer. Builds bridge. Mara stared. Velari meds targeted symptoms. His preempted war. How standard. Survey norm. He shrugged. Humble flex. Off-world kit. Every tech carries. Drones captured it all. Council feed live. Sisters outside leaned in. Whispers shifted. He heals. Fear cracked. Questions piled. Era relayed his protocols. Boiling. Centrifuge. Isolation. Sava lowered rifle. Evidence? Neris exited barrier. Port sealed behind. Held up the stabilized vial. His microbes weaponized. But he counters. Turned to him. Isolate strain. Full genome tonight. Cal nodded. Sat cross-legged inside. Unpacked full kit. Flames flickered methodical. Sisters watched rapt. One passed bulbs through the field. Nutrient packs. He ate sparse. Worked. Maris monitored from post. Her crest itched. Pulled at collar. His gaze flicked up once. Held. Steady anchor in chaos. Taboo. Faded against data. Curiosity burned hotter. Biology mapped, but this spark? Uncharted. Analyzer hummed final. Genome partial. Human baseline loaded. Bacteria nested symbiotic. Lethal to locals untreated. But his kit held antidotes. Quarantine bought time. Sava gripped her shoulder. Plan? Integrate. Maris keyed calm. Leora. Human asset confirmed. Biology bridgeable. Treaty vector open. Static purred back. Good. Prep him. Barrier hummed. Cal looked up. Drew a new diagram in dirt. Vaccine sequence. Era translated. Sisters clustered. Awe. Deepened. Maris watched his hands move. Precise. Alive. Threat? No. Key. Her pulse synced odd. His rhythm echoed. Quarantine sealed them close. Night fell. Scans deepened. Trust forged in vials, but bacteria slept. One breach, endgame. Outside, forest rustled. Inside, his eyes met hers through shimmer. Lingered. Crest flushed. Real contact dawned. Not touch. Knowledge. Heat. Maris slid the barrier panel aside. She thrust a polished stone through the gap. Name. Cal paused his vial work. He eyed the stone. Took it, turned it in calloused fingers. Rock. His voice rumbled low, filtered through translator glitches. She nodded, pushed a fibrous leaf next. Name. Leaf. He set them side by side. Pointed at each. Repeated. Rock. Leaf. Maris's crest twitched. Progress. She passed a glowing bulb. Night fruit. Name. Fruit. He bit it. Juice dribbled. No flinch at the acid sting that burned her tongue. She marked her pad. Human tolerance elevated. Passed a tool. Her vibroknife. Name. Knife. He mimed slicing. Held it back. Pointed at her. Maris? She froze. How? Era's briefing? No. His eyes locked on her badge. Inferred. Yes, Maris. She tapped her chest. Pointed. Call? He grinned. First real one. Cal. Barrier hummed between them. Her sisters watched from posts. Whispers rippled. Males forbidden, yet he labeled clean. No rage, just function. She upped ante, tossed a data slate fragment. Name. Screen. He scratched dirt, drew lines. Rock shape, leaf, fruit. Pointed. Rock, leaf, fruit. Pattern. He built. Maris leaned closer, crest itched under collar. Data hunger overrode taboo. More. Cal rummaged his kit, pulled scrap foil, char sticks from fire remnants, unrolled on floor, sketched fast, stick figures, trees, stars. Labeled each in dirt script, she passed colors, red spore dye, blue sap. He named. Matched to board. Hour ticked. He drew arrows. This big. Pointed small rock. Then fist-sized. This bigger. Comparative. Grammar seed. Maris tested. Held 2 bulbs. This. Bigger. He nodded. Drew equals. Man equals tall. Pointed himself. Pal tall. Maris. Short. Laughter bubbled. Sisters gasped. She swatted air. Maris average. He sketched verbs. Run, eat, sleep. Acted each. Call run. Bolted 5 paces. Stopped at barrier edge. Her pulse spiked. Speed. No strain. Maris run. He pointed. She dashed parallel outside. Matched. Sisters cheered. Back. He layered. Cal eat fruit. Pointed board. Cal eat rock? She mimed horror. No. He laughed. Deep. Rolling. Grammar bloomed. Sentences in half hour. Nouns chained. Verbs flexed. Sava calmed. Status. Communication viable. Full lexicon accelerating. Risk. Contained. Her gaze flicked to Cal. Hands flew overboard. Added sounds. Mules for small beasts. Whooshes for wind. Awe crept. One day? Impossible. Their scouts took weeks. Midday. Maris keyed dispenser. Meal. Test biology. Controlled tray slid through. Stew bulbs. Fire root mash laced with blaze spice. Lethal heat to unadapted. Cal inhaled. Food. Spooned. Heavy. Chewed. Swallowed. No sweat. No gasp. She stared. Blaze spice charred throats. Sisters dosed low. He shoveled 3rd helping. Taste. She pointed tongue. Good. Hot. He fanned mouth. Grinned. More hot. Better. Lie? No. Eyes clear. Pupil steady. Human baseline. Pain threshold alien. Sisters clustered. He eats fire? Adaptation, Maris noted. Symbiotic gut. Spice neutralizer. Emboldened. She leaned through gap. Crest flared instinctive. Trust signal. Bonding flare among kin. Offered hand. Palm up. Share. Cal's eyes widened. Posture snapped back. He scrambled upright. Hands raised. Defensive. No. Barrier zapped warning. He hitched breath. Back to wall. Her crest deflated. Misread. Human no flare response. Rat mimic. Sisters hissed. He rejects. Wait. Maris withdrew slow. Cultural gap. Cal exhaled. Rubbed neck. Pointed crest. What mean? She tapped hers. Friend. Safe. Drew on board. 2 figures, crests up. Hands join. He nodded slow. Leaned forward. Extended hand cautious. Safe. Fingers brushed. Skin rough. Warm. No shock. Microbes dormant. His antivirals held. Contact. First. Pulse. Raced. Not data. Eat. Rest of day blurred. Cal absorbed lexicon. Board filled. Nouns stacked. Verbs conjugated. Questions flew. Why forest? He pointed trees. Home. Sisters. She swept arm. Males. Away. He tilted head. Why? Old law. Danger. Crest dimmed. Danger? He flexed arm. Cal, no danger. Proof stacked. Vaccine vial done. He passed sequence. She ran analyzer. Sava stormed post. He touches! Controlled. Maris held slate. Genome bridge. Language sync. Call sketched full. Call help. Sisters safe. Dusk fell. He recited full phrases. Scout routes. Plant names. Grammar locked. Sava gripped blade hilt. Test. Loyalty. Maris waved off. Observe. Cal stood. Pointed Sava. Name. Sava. She snarled. Sava strong. He mimed muscle. She blinked. Crest flickered. Night deepened. Full dialogue flowed. He queried history. She answered sparse. Then, hook. Maris flared, crest full. bonding peak. Leaned close. Cal ally. His eyes darted. Backed again? No. Forward, mimicked. Hand out, but gripped her forearm firm. Human clasp. Sava exploded. Challenge grip. Duel. Blade half-drawn. Sisters froze. Cal dropped hold. No fight! Maris shoved between. Misread. Bond signal. Sava halted. Blade sheathed. He claims? Not claim. Learn. Crest hot. Ollie. No duel. He nodded. Steady. Allie. Sava's gaze shifted. Respect edged in. Human learned fast. Too fast. Barrier hummed low. Night watch began. Maris watched him settle. Board glowed under lamp. More sketches. Language conquered in day. But gestures, powder keg, her hand tingled from touch. Taboo cracked. What next? Sava's blade hissed free as the hut's barrier flickered low. Transfer him. Now. She jabbed a claw at the night guards. Fortified hut. Hut 3. Seal it tight. No one in or out till dawn. The scouts snapped to action. Two hauled Cal from his board and lamp. He rose without fight. Sketches clutched in one fist. Maris stepped forward. Crest flaring protest. Captain, he's stable. Language sinkholds. No. Medic. Sava's voice cut steel. Your watch ends. Mine starts call twisted in the grip. His eyes locked on Sava. Sava, wait. Broken words, but clear. He tapped his temple. Danger? No. She snarled. Crest rigid. You stay locked. Sisters safe. Guards dragged him into the dark. Settlement paths glowed dim under failing relays. Power hummed unsteady. Hut 3 loomed at the fringe. Thick walls. Double-barred door, stun grid active. Scouts shoved Cal inside. Barrier snapped shut. Sava keyed the outer lock herself. Triple seal, armed patrol posted. Report any twitch. She gripped her pulse rifle. Neutralize if he breaches. Maris lingered at the path's edge. Slate glowing. He's ally, Sava. Data proves. Data lies when taboo walks free. Sava shouldered past. Midnight grid check. Move. Patrol swept the wires. Lights stuttered across the settlement. Relays whined. A whole sector blinked toward black. Sava cursed. Overload again. Frontier surges from the storm scars. Engineers offline till dawn. She halted at the main node. Sparks spat. Reroute manual. Pull the aux line. Guards fumbled tools. Wires tangled. Lights dimmed further. Then, a click from Hut 3. Barrier light died. Door swung wide. Cal stepped out. Thin wire dangled from his fingers. He scanned the dark, zeroed on the node, jogged straight over. Sava whipped her rifle up. Halt! Breach protocol. Red dot centered his chest. Guards flanked, blades drawn. Settlement edge plunged dark. Kids' quarters next. He froze. Hands high, eyes on the sparking relay. Power. Fix. He pointed, nodded at the wires. Cal help. Down. Sava advanced. Rifle steady. Crest spiked fury. Male. Loose. Taboo incarnate. One squeeze ended it, but lights flickered out in a side hut. Cry echoed young scout startled awake. Grid failure spread. Cal dropped to knees, hands out. Picked up a loose wire anyway, stripped it with teeth. No tools, just hands. Stand. A guard lunged. Sava waved her back. Watched. He twisted the stripped end, jammed it into the aux port. Sparks flew. He yanked back, rerouted blind. Fingers danced, probe, twist, clamp. No gloves. Skin sizzled faint. Main node hummed alive. Lights surged steady. Sector glowed full. Kid's hut beamed bright. No more cries. Sava's rifle lowered an inch. How? Not question. Demand. Cal rose slow. Wiped hands on pants. Pointed the wire trick. Simple. Wire bridge. Bypass surge. He mimed the strip, the twist, grinned faint. Humble shrug. Guards stared. Crest's flat shock. One whispered, impossible, grid sealed. Sava circled him, rifle tracked. Inspected the node, clean reroute. Power stable, no overload trace. Human hands did that. Bare, in dark, you break lock. She jabbed the rifle barrel at his chest. With wire, he nodded. Lock simple. Wire short. Demonstrated on air. No brag. Fact. Taboo male fixed their grid. Saved the night. Her trigger finger eased. Respect crept in, unbidden. Competence like that. Frontier rare. Inside. She gestured Hut 3. Now. He complied. No run. Sat on the bunk. Waited. Sava sealed the door, but left the barrier off. Stood guard outside. Rifle across lap. Watched the node hold. Dawn crept. Engineers arrived. Jaws slack at the fix. Report. She stood over them. Captain. Aux bridged perfect.
Who?
She glanced at the hut. The male. Silence. Crests drooped. Mid-morning, she keyed the door. Cal looked up from sketches. Grid diagrams now, labeled in their script. Learning still. Sava. He stood. Offered a sketch. More fix? She snatched it. Studied. Efficient lines. Better than engineers. You teach. He blinked. Nodded. Teach, yes. Contract. She gripped her blade hilt. Voice hard. Temporary protection. You fix grid. Teach method. No wander. No touch sisters. Breach. Neutralize. Cal tilted head. Processed. Contract. Cal fix.
Teach. Protect sisters.
He extended forearm. That grip again. Firm clasp offer. Sava hesitated. Taboo touch. But grid hummed thanks to him. She gripped back. Skin warm. Different texture. Smooth. No scales. Strong hold. Equal. Done. Released. Crest flickered unwilling heat. He grinned. Pulled tools from nowhere. A scavenged kit. Spread wires on the bunk. Watch. Simple. Fingers flew. Demo 1. 2. Engineers filed in under her nod. Watched rapt.
Human normal, one muttered.
Cal shrugged. Cal skill. You learn. Sava crossed arms. Observed. Human taught clean. No ego. Settlement powered full. But whispers spread. Male saves grid. Taboo cracks wider. Leora Quen comet in. Captain. Council summons. The outsider. Sava's crest tightened. Political storm brewed. Human proved utility. Loyalty test passed? Or bait for bigger play? She eyed Cal. He sketched faster now. Their full power web. Gift or map. Night fell again. Grid held perfect. But her patrols doubled. Trust edged in. Too easy. What else could he break? Or fix? Leora Quen strode into the central plaza. Spotlight beams cutting through the dome's haze. Crowds packed the edges. Rangers, medics, engineers, all crests flickering with whispers. She raised her voice, amp. Sisters, the outsider fixed our grid. Now watch him purify our water. Cal Mercer stood at the demo tank center stage, tools arrayed beside a jury-rigged filter. Ira Ven flanked him, blade sheathed but eyes sharp. Leora nodded sharp. Demonstrate, for all homes. Cal dipped his head, filled the tank from the main line. Murky flow, laced with frontier grit. He unpacked a scavenged membrane pack, layered it precise over a pressure chamber. Pumped. Twisted valves. Clear stream poured out, tested pure by his handheld scanner. He offered a cup to Leora first. She sipped, crisp. No aftertang. Crowd murmured. Human method. She announced. Safe. Scalable. He teaches now. Cal gestured Era closer, pulled the picture board, slate etched with shared symbols. Sketched fast. 2 figures side by side, linked arms. Rules below. No wander alone. No touch without bond. Teach skills. Share knowledge. Breach. End pact. Era scanned it. Crest steadied. She tapped affirm. Mutual. I stand. Cull grinned brief, pointed her into position beside him. Together they faced the crowd. He repeated the filter build step by step. She narrated in their tongue. Layer here. Pressure this way. Human precise. We match. Sisters leaned in. Hands mimicked. First filters assembled rough, then smoother. Whispers turned to questions. Leora watched metrics spike on her wrist pad. Approval ratings climbing. Taboo bent, not broken. Utility sealed it. She stepped forward as cheers peaked. Enough demos, Council declares. Cal Mercer guest bond status. Protected, bound. No threat. Asset. She extended her forearm. Cal clasped firm, skin warm against her scales. Crowd echoed the grip ritual, crests sinking green. "Maris Tall," Leora called. The medic pushed through, kit slung. You map his biology, partner liaison. Full access, report daily. Maris bowed crisp. Understood. Science first. She touched Cal's shoulder light. Taboo shiver rippled crowd but held. Leora activated the hollow terminal. First contact term scrolled. Guest rights. Tech exchange. No external comms without counsel. She signed with thumbscan. Broadcast sealed. Cal pulled his beacon. Wrecked hull now patched seamless. He keyed sequence. Ping burst out. Modulated low. Repaired. Seeking his people. Leora's pad chimed instant. External trace locked. His signal answered. Strong pulse inbound. Outsiders coming. She masked reaction. Crest cool. Guest bond holds. Era. Escort him. Forest edge. Retrieve his gear before they land. Era gripped Cal's arm. Pulled him toward the dome exit. Come. Fast. Your rec site. Cal nodded. Slung his kit. Followed without question. Leora turned to the crowd. Sisters, prepare welcome. Not war. Exchange. She watched them scatter efficient rangers to perimeters, engineers to filters. Her play landed perfect. Scandal flipped to strength, but that ping echo grew. His people inbound. Real first contact loomed. Guest bond tested now. Ira led Cal through the dome lock. Night air thick with resin scent. Forest loomed black. Paths she knew blind. He matched her stride, boots silent on loam. Gear here, she pointed. Crash site glowed faint under emergency strobes. His pod, crumpled but intact holds. Cal knelt, prized open panels. Extracted sealed crates. Survey drone parts, med packs, data cores, loaded efficient, no waste motion. Era scanned horizons. Her patrols doubled, but this felt exposed. Hurry, beacon calls them. He paused. Picture board out again. Sketched. Friends come. Peace. Trust us. She gripped his shoulder. Warmth seeped through glove. Trust earned. You fixed us. We hold. Distant rumble built. Shuttle thrusters. No. Probe drone whine. His answer. Cal stood loaded. Eyed sky. Grinned wide. Friends. Era pulled him back toward settlement. Gear slung tandem. They ran light. Synced. Leora monitored from command post. Drone signatures multiplied. 3. Closing fast. Human tech. Clean vectors. No weapons hot. Maris Kamed in. Liaison report. His vitals baseline. No contagion. Muscle density triple hours. But cooperative. Sava's voice cut next. Perimeter secure. Drone scan only. Holding fire. Leora keyed plaza broadcast. Sisters. His beacon answered. Guests arrive. Guest bond extends. Demonstrate our welcome. Crowd reformed below. Filters in hands, crests steady. She watched Cal and Era breach tree line. Gear retrieved, bond visible in their pace. First drone crested horizon. Human marked. Hovered. Scanned. Leora's wrist pad pinged terms update. Exchange protocol active. Her signature held. Cal waved from forest edge. Drone dipped acknowledgement. Trust locked. But what worlds followed? Era halted at dome threshold. Cal dropped crates gentle, unpacked a holomap. His survey data. Forests rendered flawless. She traced lines. Your eyes see deep. He nodded, pointed her. Era teach paths. Cal teach maps. Partnership clicked. Leora descended to meet them. Gear secured. Drones inbound. Position for contact. Cal sketched rules anew. Mutual greet. No weapons. Share water, she approved. Forwarded to CouncilNet. Maris arrived, scanner humming. Biology clear. Recommend joint study. His redundancy. Lungs. Hearts. Evolutionary edge. Leora nodded. Use it. Strengthen bond. Sava patrolled in. Squad tight. Drones. Land in 5. Neutralized if breach. Stand down. Leora ordered. Guest protocol. Crests flickered tension, but grid hummed. Water purified. Cal's grin humble. First drone touched dirt. Patch hissed. Human silhouette emerged. Armored, but hands open. Cal stepped forward. Era beside. Clasped forearms universal. Leora watched from Rise, political gold. Treaty-born, but the new human scanned her settlement. Eyes widened at all female lines. Crest equivalent. Shock mirrored theirs. Exchange ignited. Curiosity won. Sava gripped her blade loose. They match him. More fixes. More bonds, Leora corrected. Cal turned, picture board high. Welcome, sisters. Drone human nodded. Extended toolkit, identical. Collaboration surged. Filters duplicated. Maps merged. Leora signed expanded terms live. First contact. Sealed mutual. His original beacon pinged final confirm. Fleet en route, peaceful. Hook set, galaxy shifted. Era leaned to Cal, your people. Like you? Better. He signed simple. Together. She smiled rare. Crest warm true. Outsiders landed full. Sisters approached. Grips exchanged. Leora sealed it. Guessed no more. Allie.